Okay, I think I'm going to try to do some tracing today. So I've got some moon photographs laid out, and I just want to show you the system here. Again, easy and cheap, very inexpensive. 5-gallon bucket. That same lamp that I had the other day that I made out of one of the old Brian Austin Lambert models. That's all that I got in the bucket. I have a red cover over there that I can put on there if I want to take the light down a little bit more, and I might do that later. A nice top to do my tracing on. Got some glare issues when I'm coming this way, but that's why the lights are over there, because I'm going to be working over there tracing. Tripod set up right to the edge, just like I showed you before. Bulbs on both sides, so I can fuck with them and play with them. So when you see lights changing, that's all I'm doing, is I'm just going like that, changing up my lights as I'm tracing. And the moons that I'm going to be going over, one is the NASA download. You can get NASA download. That's the one with the little chunk missing off it right there. But I just wanted to make sure I used an official one while we're doing this. And then these are also offline, both of these other ones that I'm going to also go in on. And these are the ones that I'll probably do the tracing on, will be these. But we're going to match it up with the NASA one, just so you know, it always matches. If you find something that don't match, then it don't belong. Alright, I'm going to shut this off and set up the camera up there. So I got some tape set up there. I got my markers. It's better to use markers than a pen or a pencil for doing this. And what the fuck else? I got some music in the background, so I'll just turn on some music and do some tracing and figure out what I'm going to trace. Yeah, I got some plastic laid out. I even got my glasses just in case. And we'll take a look around. Give me a minute to set up. Okay, I have the NASA photograph up there first to look at. This is a NASA photograph of the moon that I downloaded and printed. And I'm just adjusting my lights. I'm just messing around with my lights until I get everything just right. And we'll look around at this, and you'll notice different looks when I'm moving my lights around and stuff. Another thing I can play with is my height and my angle just by doing this. And all I'm doing is I'm looking to decide what it is I'm going to trace today. So I'm just going to look around, first at the NASA photo, and I'll pick something out. I'm thinking about this one, right? Let me get my stick. Where the hell is that stick? Change some lights a little bit. See them a little better. Okay. So this is the area I've traced many, many times, but I've never traced any of these particular images. So eye, nose, mouth. Has this as another nose. It must be in another direction. We'll try it. I don't think he's going to be my pick today anyways, but I'm just pointing him out, I guess. It's an option. Could do that one that I was showing you guys earlier. Try to get them more clear. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is reach down here and do this. No, I think I'm gonna do this. Okay. You know, I could do some of these smaller ones. Where's my stick? I could do some of these smaller ones. See all the small ones in there? What I call small anyway, because I'm in deep. You know, I could take like this one here, eye, mouth. This one right next to it is another one, eye, nose, and mouth open. It's image within image within image everywhere you go. Let's see if I can go back in that a little bit. Okay, let's try this. Go up a little higher. It's pretty cool doing these too because these are the standard telescope shots and I have a reverse telescope, so I do like doing this. Makes it a little different for me instead of the same old, same old. Let's see. I'm shading out to look at these over here. To see these a little better, watch, I'll add some shade. So I guess we could take him to start with. Let's see. Which one do I want? This alligator looking one. See, this is the one, you know, you guys, if you guys ever get into doing this, if anybody else ever gets into it, these are the ones you should be busting my balls about, because like this one right here has this long snout right here. The eyes could go alligator or crocodile or some kind of thing. The teeth are here all the way down. They seem to come all the way up and then have a big one here. It doesn't fall in the feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, or beast category. Let's see if I can get it. Here it does. Here it falls back. Oops. Here it falls back in the beast category because it cuts off. but there's an angle. Let's see if I can get him again. Yeah, see, he goes feline. Yeah, human, feline. No, see, you can't get an alligator out of him. But he does have a long snout. Let's see. Let's try it right here. Maybe, you guys that know animals better than I do, maybe you could do that because a crocodile's got the thing at the tip of its nose, right? Alligators don't. I mean, the end of the nose is bigger on a. Get that paper down. There might be an angle there. I don't know. I'm keeping my arm shadowing the light, by the way, just to let you guys know what I'm up to. Because if I let the glare come back in, you could still see the imagery. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's good to just take some glare out of it when there's glare coming through. Let me see. So I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna trace out. What am I at for minutes? Already at 11 minutes. Okay. I like doing the big ones because people will see them more. You know, doing the larger images, you'll see them more often. So let's go. Let's do this. This is someone else's moon. I might have to change the light up once I get it up there. I'll find out. So I might try to do him today and challenge myself a little bit more than usual. I think I might try to do him. Which one do I want? This one, I think. Fuck it. Right? Okay. I have another printout of the moon. So I'm gonna I'll try to center it real nice. And then I'll move my lights around. I'm trying to crop this image, and I'm gonna have to, but I really want its whole face. What I mean by that is, get my stick in here. Okay, what I mean by that is, okay, eye, nose, mouth, mustache, and beard on this large image right here. As long I can trace them out. But what happens is, my problem always, since I've started doing this, is keeping people's eyes on what it is because there's so many images. So don't think that I don't see the other ones. I'm separating them. Eye, nose, and mouth of another face, human face, right underneath that one. To the side over here, several of them. Eye, oops, motherfucker. So I see the other ones is what I'm saying, is my point. When I shadow out and move it, you'll see even more. You know, every little angle, every little turn is more imagery. The one I'm going for is the one I just pointed out a minute ago. I'll get them back for you. Hold on. That's the one I'm thinking about tracing today. Let's see. Just playing with my lights a little bit. Okay. So take the bubble back out. More light. Maybe for a few minutes. I don't know. Huh? Okay. Leave the door open so she leaves. Let's see. So what distance do I want them at? What eyes do I want? All good questions. All right, I'm going to bring another moon up. I did a little better job through the printer. Let's see if this would be a better one to trace. Yep, it is. Went through the printer a little better. I was probably running out of ink on the other one. So let's see which one to trace. We're already at 17 minutes. I gotta hurry the fuck up. Let's make sure I can get the whole thing in here. Alright, let's leave him right here. Let me make sure that's the one I want. Yeah, I think it is. And I want them all the way to there. Look at them all. Look at all the fucking faces. Let me see something. Look at this shit, man. It's fucking unbelievable. Alright, let's get him back now. See if I can get him back now. I love it, man. Look at all the fucking imagery in these. Look at the detail in that one that we were talking about earlier, Rick, that I was doing on the other video I was telling you about it. This area here. You know, like I said, when you're moving it around and you're throwing your lights around, trying to do things with your lights, you'll get them in a lot of different ways, more clear than you would think. Alright, let me go back to my one that I want to do today. He's right there. He's right there. Which one do I want? Which one do I want? I think I want the full one. I want to bring you his eyes too, though. I don't know if I raise the camera, I might pull in a different image. Let's see. Look at him right there. Add some shadows. Okay, Keep that one off then. And what about this one? Look at this shit. I just changed my lights. That's why you're getting this. I just turned off both of my outside red bulbs. I only have one red bulb in the bucket right now. But look at it all. You know, what I was telling you, Rick, about the colors. These colors are going to be the same every time. Even when your printer's running out of ink, the colors are always the same. So that guy doing that fake moon art shit, you know, don't worry about it. You'll get further doing this on your own. We all will, rather than listen to other people talk shit. They're all full of shit. So let's see. I'm gonna use up a whole 20 minutes just deciding what the fuck I'm gonna do. I got a red bulb flashing. Just deciding which one I'm gonna do. Alright, let's try this again. So I'm gonna come back up to him. It's right there. I guess if I do them with this color light, shit, I could do it tracing a whole bunch of them at this point. This is your moon on paper, people. A little bit of lights going on here and there, red lights and blue bulbs around in my room. That's it. And look at the clarity you get out of it. Every moon is the same. Go ahead and download a whole bunch of them, like I'm doing, so you can prove to yourself that it's actually the imagery in the moon, and don't get it confused with imagery in the paper or imagery in the atmosphere, like other people are trying to confuse you with. And then easily I can flip this thing in all different directions and do the whole up down thing and show you that there is no up down, left, right, backward, forward. Okay, just for the fuck of it, since I've got my light the way I like it, let me put this one down for a minute. This is the NASA one again. And let me see if I want to do this face off of the NASA photo. I might want to. Let's see. Where the fuck are you? Come on. It's going to be right above that one. Where I got the angle wrong. So I can see them with my eyes on the paper. That's not the one I want. Hold on a minute. Look at something for a second. I'm gonna see his eyes. See how pointy it is. Gee, NASA, that's kind of funny, NASA, that your photos seem to be hiding some things. I'm going to have to look into this and see where it is you're hiding, but there's other people online that take photographs of the moon besides you guys, you know. And, yeah, you got some stuff, a couple images here. a little more covered up. Let me see again. I'll have to take the camera off the tripod to see how it was covered. I mean, I see where my image is supposed to be because I see his eyes. But there's other things in the way that they put in there. Ah, you guys did the same thing the fucking art guy did, didn't you? Let me see something here. Yeah, you did, because I can see it. Yep. Hold on a minute. Make sure. Yeah. You did. Wow, that was easy to find, too. Hold on a minute. Where the fuck are the rest of my moons? What the fuck? Just take one of these, I guess. Son of a bitch. Okay, let me find that spot. Oh, this is the reverse one. This is going to be in reverse, but who cares? Still curious. Still curious to see if these guys did the same thing that NASA did. What the NASA photos did. Yeah, see how they do this shit, man? This is what they do. And they have no right. There's a natural coloration of everything. So they're putting colors in everything. When I'm not doing that for you guys. I'm just putting bulbs around me, colored bulbs, red and blue. Whatever ends up showing up for color, that's up to whatever these shadows are doing, whatever the shadows are casting. And I'm just offering them these different color lights, but the shadows can do whatever they want. And they do decide color. They decide to color here in this photograph. And same thing with NASA. They're adding shit. They're adding stuff over, and I'm catching it now. And I haven't even been doing this that long. And I'm finding certain things. Matter of fact, I'll start another video because I know I didn't get to trace anything yet, and this thing's already at 28 minutes. Yeah, I'm looking around for some of my other moon photographs just so I can show you what it is I'm talking about. This one's on plastic, so I don't know how well it'll work. Yeah, it works good. Okay. This one's on plastic. We'll see it gets glare in it. You'll end up getting some glare here and there, so just ignore that for a minute. But this is just black and white. This one here's a black and white. This is, I don't know if this is one of mine or if I downloaded this. I don't know. But I know the image that I want and where it is and how I can get it. It's right there again. I can always find it on all these other photos. This is the fucked up thing. I just happen to know it. He's over here. I'm moving him out of the glare because he was in the glare. Yeah, kind of funny that every other moon photograph from everybody else, you can get them no problem. And I see where the cover up is. I see what they put in there. They put a couple crosses and some other imagery, human influence they put in there. They're probably going to say it's atmosphere or something. Who knows? Eye, nose, and open mouth, again, of that large image. That's the same one with the hair that's running all over the place. I told you on both sides at one angle. But when I got him on here, you can clearly see a lot of stuff that's around him. Then you have the smaller one that I kept pointing out earlier, which is eye, nose, mouth. Remember I told you a lot of things share that mouth. So you've got this image, and he's got a hairdo at another angle. You know, let me see if I can move that glare out of the way. Where's that glare coming from? Oh, it's from from the other side. I'm gonna have to come back to start up a tracing video because I've got some other shit I've got to do. Maybe I'll even choose something else to trace. Who knows? Yeah, it's that fucking thing. All right, I'll be back. I'm already at 31 minutes, so you know, we could take any of these faces though. Really, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, pull this in right here and do this face.